So, good afternoon. I'm Cedric Lance D. Tiadap from BSBA 3F. So, I'm gonna report the Kidapawan Massacre 2017. So, the Kidapawan Massacre 2017 or the Kidapawan shooting incident was noteworthy occurrence in which Filipino farmers and police engaged in violence during a demonstration against the government lack of support following a severe drought. So, sa background and causes, the farmers involved in the protests were primarily from the region agricultural and sector were struggling due the long drought from March-April 2016. Farmers and indigenous people in the region were severely affected by the lack of water, which led to crop failures, particularly in cultivation in rice and corn. So, in response to their situation, thousands of farmers in North Cotabato organized a protest of demand in the government provide emergency aid, including relief goods and financial assistance. So, number two, the farmers supported by indigenous group led a march toward Akidapawan City Hall to all action from local authorities. So, the protests were reportedly promised aid by the local government, but when they arrived at the rally site, no reliefs arrived and tension began to rise. So, the protest and blockade on April 1, 2016, farmers from various areas of North Cotabato along with supporters from various activist groups gathered from rally. They set a blockade on the Davao-Cotabato highway to press their demand for government aid to protest. The escalated when the crowd estimated at around 6,000 people was met with the police forces. So, sa violent dispersal, the situation quickly turned violent when the Philippine National Police, under the authority of the local government, attempted to disperse the protesters. The PNP fired tear gas and rubber bullets at the farmers. So, as tension escalated, gunfire broke out of fire ammunition was used in the alternate. At least 3 farmers were confirmed dead and over 100 others were injured, including journalists and activists. So, allegation of the police brutality. Many eyewitnesses and protesters accused the police of excessive force to brutality. The PNP claimed they affected in self-defense, asserting that farmers were armed with makeshift weapons and throwing rocks. However, reports including 10 minutes from journalists and activists suggested that the farmers were unarmed and were shot at while attempting to peacefully rally. And last, media coverage and national reaction. So the violence quickly garnered national attention due to his brutal nature. Social media to farmers and news outlets broadcast videos and photos showing the aftermath of the massacre. So the public out, the public outcry against the police response led to protests in other parts of the country and calls accountability for those responsible for their violence. Jude Tajus Fernandez, also known Ka Fernandez, born on October 27, 1957, died on September 29, 2023. So, Jude Tajus Fernandez, a seasoned labor leader, was tragically killed on September 29, 2023 in Binangonan, Rizal Province, Philippines. According to the Philippine National Police, officers entered his residence, served a search warrant and claimed that Fernandez fought back, leading to his death. So, however, labor groups and human rights organizations have contested this narrative, suggesting that the incident was an extrajudicial killing. So, buwan October 1957, in Pangasinan, Fernandez began his activism during the martial law era under the Ferdinand Marcos Sr. He was instrumental in organizing labor unions in Laguna and Southern Tagalog, notably founding that Alliance of Workers that the province of Laguna, Al, Almapila, and the Unity of Workers in Southern Tagalog, Pemantik KMU. So, his dedication to the work his dedication to workers' rights and this unwavering commitment to the labor movement earned him Tugawad Lingkod Obrero, the highest recognition from the Kilusang Mayo Uno KMU, the labor center to which he belonged. So, Fernandez's legacy is marked by his resilience and unwavering commitment to labor rights, even the pace and diversity. His death underscores the ongoing challenges faced by labor activists in the Philippines, highlighting the need for continued advocacy and protection of workers' rights. Thank you.